how do you feel about journaling, writing, what have you, taking a daily stock, daily inventory of what you went through that day? Because talking to you in this, I mean, I try and write as much as I can. I've got I don't look over here. There's like stacks of notebooks everywhere. I'm just constantly writing stuff.
Good for you.
Yeah. Well, but I think that it would be a beneficial aspect for somebody to incorporate into their recovery. Now, it is something that is mentioned in the 12-step program, taking a daily inventory, right? At the end of the day, kind of look back throughout your day, a little recollection of what you did, maybe where you went wrong. Did I yell at somebody? But that's a way to address the behavior so you're aware of it. And hopefully next time you don't lead into that impulse. So what do you use in your facilities to help people kind of exercise through that? Is journaling something that you do, or is it
compulsory?
Okay.
Journaling is compulsory, and in the rehab they have to journal. They have to hand their journal in before 7:30. They have to hand the journal in before 7:30 a.m. in the morning. So when they get up. So, 8 a.m. Sorry. So they start their first session at 7:15, but by 8 a.m. they have to have handed their journal in from the previous day, and we get to read it.
That's pretty clever, honestly.
We get to read it. We read their journal in our morning staff meeting. We read their journals. It gives us an idea where they're at.
Absolutely.
And at the end of their treatment, they get all their journal notes. They get given back as part of their discharge pack.
Is that something that is commonplace in a lot of recovery centers? The handing in, I'm sure journaling is, but the actual handing in of the journal so that staff can read it.
I think it will depend. I think, for some places do, some places don't. Some places I've worked in, they haven't done that. Other places have. We find it to be really useful.
Good.
It gets, it's made very clear to them that, we're going to read them. It's part of your journey, and it's really important for us as a team to know what's going on. Interestingly, people don't hold back. So... And
just because I have a dark, twisted sense of humor, man. I am sure you've read some of my games. So
Martin I hate Martin in group. He pointed out to me in group. I don't like my therapist. Joking aside, it's really helpful, and I'm sure
it is.
And I think even post inpatient treatment, I think it's really important that people.
Well, that's because you can get very pointed with whatever it is that you're working with them on, and by you having, or your staff having that knowledge, it probably is that last little piece that helps unlock that process in their mind where they're able to recognize these actions, these activities, these thought processes that might lead them to these impulsive moments. And
sometimes, just reading the journal, it sort of goes, there's something that's come up in this. I'm a little, and then it's a case of I'm concerned about this.
Oh man,
I read in your journal. Let's talk a little bit about what you put in your journal yesterday, and what's going on, and we can explore that, and it's really helpful. So I'm a big fan of journaling. I think it's really good. I think it's for not just for people in residential or inpatient, but also for people that are in outpatient, or people that have transitioned completely out. I don't think it's a bad thing.
Pick up a notepad and just start writing, man.
You don't even need these days. Now you don't even need you don't even need a notepad these days.
You don't. That's true. That's just, I'm kind of a tactile person. I like being able to have it. Yeah, but the apps, that's true. You can, it's in your pocket, man.